Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. This is every day's video. It's Tuesday, and on Tuesdays I try to test my palate and drink something outside my norm, which would explain what I am reviewing today. So this is a gift courtesy of my friend Tom. Thanks so much, Tom. I really appreciate it. As you can see, he and or I have already consumed a decent amount of this. So it's Elijah Craig small batch. It's 94 proof, so it's 47% alcohol. Made in true small batches for balance and smoothness. First to char oak barrels. I guess that's Elijah Craig's big claim to fame is Elijah Craig was the first person to use charred barrels. I am definitely not an expert on all things whiskey and bourbon, but again, that's what I'm trying to do is get outside of my comfort zone sometimes on Tuesdays, and also something like this to help me be better at picking up flavors in beer. So like if something, and I don't even know like the Elijah Craig like for Bourbon County, I don't even know if it's this one or not, for the barrels, as one of the barrels they use. But if you know, put in the comment section below. But I definitely like being able to pick up that kind of stuff better. So although I independently enjoy drinking something like this off camera, I want to enjoy and talk about that, but also hopefully, consuming these kinds of spirits can help me be better at doing the beer stuff. All right, so what does it look like? It's been in the glass for a little bit to let it open up. So it definitely has, legs, which isn't surprising given the alcohol. It's yellow. It looks kind of like green tea to me. It's like a yellow orange color. Obviously you can see through it. So interesting. I've never done this before. Doing this compared to beer. No carbonation to talk about. But yeah, it looks to me anyway like a tea kind of, green tea specifically kind of color. Let's get into the aroma, something that actually I'll have more to talk about. So like, I definitely can't not smell the booze, when I put my nose in it like that. But persevering through that, big honey for me. For me, it goes honey first, then it goes just like, for now, I'll say generic baking spices, little cinnamon, nutmeg, maybe even some clove. Not that I smell orange peel, but you can, maybe a little bit, but you can kind of see like why that would be used in a mixed drink with whiskey and bourbon. Slight vanilla. Ooh, caramel. Big caramel. I'm fine. Like, I still smell the booze, but it's not like the overwhelming thing that I'm smelling. And it's allowing me to get different components of what's in this. Like a sweet, like canned corn, like sweet corn. It smells really good. It's going to sit glass. Cheers. Thanks again, Tom. It's similar. The sensation is similar to the aroma in that I can't help but get booze first and foremost. But even first, whiff, first sip, still other flavors are coming through. I'll go in for more, obviously, but it really, for me, is following the nose quite a bit. I get that honey. I get baking spices. I didn't get the but it's like, again, it's like following the nose where like things that I got later on. Like I didn't get caramel initially on the taste. I'm sure if I keep sipping it, I will. But definitely, first sip, booze. Goes without saying. For me, anyway. That honey thing, and then the baking spices. More specifically, cinnamon. Now that I'm smelling it again, yeah, that vanilla, a little bit of vanilla. I don't know if it's just because it's open more. I'm used to smelling it. I have some on my palate. but way easier to smell at this time. Yeah, that the caramel thing, that's really nice. Try to be inclusive, so however you pronounce it, I'm pronouncing it both ways for you. Yeah, so I'm gonna say it's more cinnamon than like nutmeg and clove. It's, yeah, I get more caramel in the aroma than I do in the taste so far anyway. You do get like this charred smokiness, just a whisper. I mean, quite literally, it kind of, or figuratively and literally, like almost like it's like the smokiness is rising from the liquid, like how smoke would rise out of, the wood that was, charred. So it's kind of an interesting sensation. Yeah, it's cool. I get some of that corn. I'm going to go, actually, it's a little bit more butterscotch than caramel in the taste. Yeah. Yeah. Such a big gulper. It's like really interesting not to take big gulps. Just kind of like let it sit. The warmth, drying, just kind of like alcohol presence, like very noticeable. But again, just like I said, the aroma, just like I said, the first taste, even though I'm still getting that alcohol, there are these other flavors even in the aftertaste. Unsweetened honey, figure that tasting note out. And again, these baking spices, I just go back to these same two like initial things I keep getting in every experience. You know what here's a new thing. Excuse me, that's definitely the aftertaste more than I'm getting, at least that I'm picking up elsewhere in the sip, is the woodiness, the oak, you're sucking on a popsicle stick kind of a thing. So much in the aftertaste where I didn't talk about it, I don't think at all, aroma or taste, but the aftertaste, I'm really noticing it. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad I'm getting it. Like it really, between the dryness of the alcohol and that wood, it really does, it does taste like I was, sucking on, like I finished popsicle and was sucking on the stick, and there's no more flavor other than the stick, Yeah, it's very much specifically that thing. That's cool. Yeah, I'm keeping my order. Cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, in terms of intensity and how close I get them. Yeah, this is nice. I have thoughtfully consumed this. I have more mindlessly while watching TV or whatever consumed this. So it's kind of nice to really challenge myself on camera to pull out what I'm tasting. Like my beer reviews, I went in blind. I didn't look up other reviews. So I'm really excited off camera to see other tasting notes, see what I got that's the same or different. So anyway, if you have thoughts on this, let me know in the comment section below. If you change it up from beer sometimes and do drink things like this, let me know. I'm hoping that since this is the first time I'm doing a spirit on the channel, that people who also consume spirits will be like, hey, I want to weigh in on this. So comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untappd. It's No Hype Beer Reviews, both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, there's a fly on my camera or on my phone, which I use my phone for the camera, and it's like right by the lens, and I was kind of hoping it would get up on the lens so people could see why it was throwing me off at the end there, but it's not. This is weird. Cheers.